I'd like to introduce Judy here. We're going to talk about AFOs in a different manner. It's not always an AFO for foot drop. It's not always strictly about that. Judy has a different scenario, and we're going to talk about that. Judy, can you tell everyone how are your feet? If you don't wear your braces, how do you feel when you wear your?
Well, walking is very cumbersome if I have to walk without the braces. It's very difficult. My feet are extremely flat. My ankles have fallen into my arches. Therefore, my heel bones, I'm walking on my heel, inside of my heel bone. So it's very painful and it's very slow. So the braces have definitely made an impact in my life.
So she's more heavily pronating. Her arches have fallen, and as a result, the walking it got to be too much. At one point, did you have to stop walking so much, or you had to stop working, or something like that? Can you talk about that?
I'm a beautician, so I stand most of the day, and I had to cut my hours, and I had orthotics, but they just weren't working anymore. So I went to the foot doctor to get orthotics, and he said they're not helping anymore. So he suggested the AFOs, and fortunately, I found you, and then I've got the AFOs, and they've made a remarkable difference in my life.
So when she says orthotics, she means foot orthotics. There's many different kinds of orthotics. So what she has on now is an ankle foot orthotic that is inside of leather. And we're going to show you that more in a second. But it's a different style, a totally different style. It has laces instead of the straps that you've seen maybe in other videos. The laces help to cinch up the brace. This is more about motion control, not because of foot drop, not because of knee buckling, but motion control because of heavy pronation and just pain that won't allow her to walk. So we support the arches. We don't make it so tall because the leather on the AFO actually softens the pressure onto the leg a little bit more for the patient. And so the motion control here is a totally different ballgame, but it's still an AFO.
The left one is my worst foot. They're pretty easy to get on and off. You just have to unloosen them. I take them down to the third hole, and then I loosen that and take them right off. So as you can see, they're just regular AFOs like anybody else would have, except that they're for a different purpose. My foot, with the many bones that stick out, is flat as a pancake, and then it's so pronated that I'm actually walking on the inside of my heel, which made it very painful and very unbalanced. So before I got my AFOs, the 18 months before, I had fallen 4 times, broken my nose twice, fell on both knees, jacked up my shoulders, just from falling head first. So since I've had my braces, I haven't fallen at all, which is remarkable.
Yeah, that's a good thing.
Yes.
We like no falling.
Yes, we like no falling.
So if you can see, her navicular is definitely down. So we're not only trying to help support the arch with the brace as much as she can handle, but we're also helping with balance. If she falls, she's falling forward, and we're one of the reflexes people have is at their ankle to stop themselves from falling forward. So the brace would actually hold her as if her knee was straight up here. The angle here, again, is basically 90 degrees, as we've talked about in other videos. It's 90 degrees here, so that person necessarily isn't falling where their ankle angle is less than 90 degrees. So that's a huge component here for that. So the plastic inside of this is doing the work there, and also from side to side, like this, the steadiness of the plastic inside here is really helping her balance in the coronal plane as well. So if you looked more closely at this, and nobody can see exactly through it, but you can see in this plastic and leather AFO, some people call them a gauntlet or something like that, but on the inside there's the shell. there's the shell of the AFO. Up here on top, there's padding, and we've also included padding on the inside of the foot right here. So she cinches it up by using laces. Some people use Velcro, which can be good because a person that can't really grab laces can maybe grab Velcro a little better. But laces will actually, in our opinion, help to tighten down the brace a little bit more throughout this section than would necessarily two Velcro straps. So that's the construction of this. Inside, and what you can't see is that, yes, there is the plastic, but on outside of the plastic and inside there's also padding, which helps to make the whole brace more user-friendly for Judy. So this is a plastic and leather AFO, not used for foot drop necessarily, and it's used more for balance, arch support, and motion control, so we can hopefully help to reduce some painful symptoms she might have from pronating so heavily and walking the mileage that Judy walks. She walks
18,000 steps a day.
So that's more than most people, and we're happy to say that we're able to help her do that, but it's not necessarily about how great the brace guy is. We're talking only about what the brace itself can do, and it helps to give her the support needed to do that walk, to do that amount of walking, to do some more work, etc. In the upcoming section, we're going to show you how Judy walks with and without her AFOs. And that is going to be a demonstration for you for how the gait has improved with these braces. In the video segment that you're about to watch, we're going to see Judy walk with and without the braces. Judy has a severe diagnosis of osteoarthritis in her feet, and you can really see how her arches are kind of collapsing. And so these kind of braces is, again, not about foot drop, but maybe about osteoarthritis and someone who doesn't want to take a lot of pain pills. This is another method of getting them off maybe the pain pill and using a brace in order to help them instead.
All right, now this morning, I walked 2,500 steps already this morning, and that kind of translates into 2 loads of laundry. I made breakfast for my son and myself. I walked the dog, and I did some ironing all before 10 o'clock. So you don't realize how many steps you calculate until you wear a Fitbit, and then you really know how many steps you've done in a day. And all that wouldn't have been possible without the AFOs, or if it was possible, it would be in a lot of pain and very slow. It would have been till 1 o'clock maybe to get all that done.